Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Tuesday morning when it's Trance speak morning. And today is a very special day. I have a friend visiting from Australia. Ola, can you say hi?
Hello.
So we're sitting here together in my corner in my bedroom, and all of you are welcome here, of course. It's a bit narrow, but it's okay. We have a beautiful morning. It's a bit cloudy, and I believe it's been some rain during the night, but it's a brisk air. So today we have a special day. We have a question from Eric, and he wanted us to speak about Noah and the great flood. And my communicators has been really on me for this, so they are really happy to receive that, and I am myself very interested in that. So that's going to be very interesting to bring information about that. And yeah, I look forward to see what's coming through on that subject matter. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, I want to warmly welcome you. And if you haven't seen anything else from this channel, so you can browse through my videos and you will see there might be something that will inspire you or give you some answers to your questions. And yeah, so, and if you're really new, you can just subscribe and you will get the updates when there is a new video out. Or yeah, so I'm going to go into trance, and it may take 5 to 10 minutes before I'm reaching that level of depth and relaxation within the trance, so I can start to trance speak. And during that time, you can just sit back, do a little bit of meditation with me, or you can just scroll forward if you find it boring. Yeah, if you have any questions or any subjects that you would like my communicators to talk about, you can just reach out and give me an email or a comment, and we will get back to you. Yeah, if you have any private matters that you wish to talk about with my communicators, you can just reach out and we can schedule a private sitting for you. And I can say we can do couples together as well if you have a relationship that is stagnated and some difficulties. You can always reach out, and I arrange for the two of you to have a sitting with me and my communicators. So, yeah, I'm going to go into trance, and you can just lean back, and I hope you enjoy the trance speak. I'm sure going to do that. So, I see you on the other side. So we are happy to be able to come through in this way today to talk about long time history back in time when the great Noah was walking the earth plane. Noah was spirit coming down to embodiment on the earth plane in order to establish the foundational grounds for the earth to be built upon when it comes to mankind, and also for the nature of the animal kingdoms. And he was placing the foundational poles into the ground, actually, in order for the earth plane and the habitation of mankind on the planet to grow from there. Before the time of Noah, there was no really order, or there were no real structure, and the spirit that incarnated were very undeveloped, and they were very basic and very much aligned with the animal kingdom. And in order to start all over again, the rain was coming down, and it was necessary for the change on the earth plane to take place in order for it to grow and to become what it is these days. And of course, from that time on, it has grown and it has changed. Noah was a spiritual man, and he was really paying attention to all the energies and the instructions that he received. And he was very alone with his project, and others thought that he was out of his mind, and he had to push through, and he had to pay attention to what his inner communication with our higher spirits were in order to be able to accomplish his mission. And he wasn't really aware of what he was doing, because the thought of water coming down in that amount was not imaginable for him. He just knew that he had to create a safe place, as the people on the earth plane were getting hostile against each other, and wars and conflicts were running. So what he knew was that he had to create this safe place for mankind to be saved from that conflict and wars. And he also wanted to take care of the animal kingdom and the plants, as he didn't know why, but he knew that the conflicts between people, and that they were killing each other, and some were even eating each other. And he knew that he had to save mankind and the animal kingdom as well, and the plants, because there were also fires. They used to start fires when they were in conflicts and wars among each other. So Noah went about doing his work out of his communication with the higher realms within himself. And he wasn't really supported, especially not in the beginning. He had to walk his own pathway, and he was very alone, and he had to defend himself towards forces coming towards him, trying to stop him from his work. And he was really putting up a fight in a way, but he was also the man who turned his back on it, and he just went about and did what he felt was right. There was a lot of hard work together with this boat or ark that he was building, and of course there were people coming to him, and they were joining him in his vision, and they together started to work this building construction of that ark. And he wasn't really doing it by himself as the spirit people from outer space. They came down and they assisted him because the building itself was very high, and it was wide and it was deep. So it was a great building. And in order to place the lumber on top was a huge project. And the spirit people came down and they levitated the lumps and the trees into places. And they were, of course, not having tools as you have today on the earth plane. So they had their tools that they were working hard with. And of course, the spirit people came down to assist in that work as well. It took him 40 years to build that ark. And he wasn't alone, and he accomplished it just as he had received the drawings. No one thought that this magnitude of project would ever be accomplished, and he just continued doing it. And at the time, the situation on the earth plane were so hostile and so problematic, and the higher spirits, they sent all of the animals and everyone who was supposed to be on the ark were sent to him. And they were not really understanding why. And the rain started to come, and they realized that that was the case, that it was going to be a flood. And as it came about, they were stored with food to eat, and both for the animals and for the humans that were on the boat. So they spent all that time in the ark as the water came, and it became dangerous to be outside because of all the water. And one day the boat was just lifting from all the water that was coming down. And of course, they were all afraid because they didn't know what it was to be expected. They spent time there and they sheltered. And Noah was the one who had the vision, and he had the communication with the higher spirit. And he really thought and believed that they were all okay. But of course, it was frightening. So he was one of the first prophets that came to the earth plane with the higher knowledge, and he worked that out uh, accordingly to what he received. There were many, many people that were drowning in the great flood. And that was the purpose of the great flood, to cleanse out. And many souls had incarnated in order to be able to move through that transition, because it was necessary for the earth as a planet to be starting to build its structure with mankind, with people, with spirit incarnated in human bodies. And then after the water has dried out and the ark was stranded, it all began again. Of course, there had been children born on the ark, and of course, the animals had had their babies. So the ark was really, if we say, populated or crowded, actually. So they were happy when it was time to leave the ark and start all over again. So mankind got a new start. And we know that you that are incarnated here right now in physical bodies as humans, you are moving through a difficult time in the earth plane with all the floods that goes on and the earthquakes and the volcanoes that is having their eruptions at the moment. And we know that so many people are afraid of that. And as many have thought of the biblical story of Noah, it's not going to end the earth plane the way it did at Noah's time, but it will cleanse and it will change. And humans live through this, they will be changed as well. And that's the purpose of today as well, to grow from what is going on when it comes to conflicts and wars and all the hatred and all the anger towards one another. And that's very much as it was at the time when Noah built his ark. So at this time, it's just on areas on the earth plane. There are areas on the earth plane at the moment that are shining brightly. And we have so many of you people that have expanded in your growth, and you are shining that light, which is compensating very much for the conflicted areas. So know that you, as a human being here, are very important to shine your light. And that is the balance to the wars and conflicts and all the hostile and emotions that is playing out. And you, as a human being and individual, are very important, because when the two meet that are on the same pathway and are shining their light together, that's going to be a bright star from that. So all of you are important in your own life where you are, and as long as you are willing and want to grow and expand, you will. And there is no need to stress or push or anything like that. Just know that just being who you are is what is needed, and let your light shine through in all the ways. And if even if you are dealing with your own situations and your own relationships and all of that, you're still going to shine, because that is growth and that is expansion. So don't be afraid, and don't think that you are not important, because you are. Each and every soul are counted, and each and every one is playing their role as planned. So that was the information that we would like to share today. And we are happy to receive those questions. And we would like to thank you, Eric, for bringing this question so that we could talk about that and know that you are expressing your thoughts and your inspiration that you receive. So it's a wonderful thing to share what's on your heart and your mind. And we are happy to respond to that. So if you have any private thoughts or private matters you wish to connect with us, we are happy to do that. And just reach out and the medium will respond to that. Until now, we would like all of you to take a deep breath and know that you are safe where you are, and know that you are loved, and that your spirit guides are always with you, and you can always call upon us, and we will be with you. And remember to ask for assistance, ask for help when it's difficult for you. So, until next time, which will be on Thursday morning, we would like to wish you all the best and all the love.